Hey guys, it's Buccaneerschamp here, bringing you some Fast 12 gameplay on Noshar Canals Team Deathmatch, and joining me today is Maniacal.
What's up?
Today we're going to talk to you about the direction that gaming is heading now. Is it good? Is it bad? Are weapons getting worthless now in other games? Are weapons getting really useful in other games? And we're going to start off by talking about shotguns. Shotguns have been the topic of debate for a long time now, since Counter-Strike, since Modern Warfare 2 with the Model 1887 Akimbo and the Fast 12. And I've noticed ever since the Model 1887s and the Fast 12 that the shotguns have been headed in nothing but a down state. They seem to be getting worse every game. Now, there's Call of Duty side of it, which in this time now, Call of Duty's shotguns are almost next to worthless, unless you are literally stuffing the barrel of your gun in their face. Battlefield, without buckshot at point blank and slugs at any distance, teams like the flechette and frag rounds just don't pull it off anymore. And I want to see what you think, Maniacal. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna go back to what you said about barrel stuffing them. I wish there was actually a movie where you could do that. Open their mouth and shove your gun barrel down it.
That'd be pretty interesting. Kind of like an assassination type thing.
New battlefield technique.
Yeah, so you can like trade out your knife and just like stuff your barrel down their throat and pull their brains out. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, but what do you think about how, like, especially, we're gonna go into other guns especially, but we're gonna go to shotgun first, because shotgun seems to be like the most controversial gun in like every game, because one shotgun seems to be like the most overpowered gun in every game. I don't see what you think.
I'm gonna take a page out of somebody else's book and say, I don't know, the community whined about it, I guess. Oh, they're overpowered. Spaz 12 is overpowered. 870 is overpowered. Like when Modern Warfare 2 first come out, look at the Model 1887. Well, those were overpowered.
Well, you gotta take into, they may have been overpowered in that game, but you gotta realize that real shotguns in real life have much farther ranges than they do in a video game. Some people say, oh, shotguns are only meant for close quarters. Not in realistic terms, buddy. A shotgun could reach far beyond the limits of what a video game portrays it to reach.
Yeah, well, let's look at, yeah, but then you could say the same thing with sniper rifles.
That's true. I'm not complaining about sniper rifles, though. I mean, sniper rifles are meant for long range, and that's what they're doing. The shotguns are good at close range, and they have a lot longer of effective range than they do in video games.
Yeah.
Especially like Call of Duty now. Call of Duty, like I said before, you have to barrel stuff the guy just to kill him. In Battlefield, you have to barrel stuff the guy unless you're gonna be using an 870 or a fast full of slugs.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and just use USAS 12.
Frag rounds. Okay. Now we're gonna jump on to sniping. Now, in the direction that sniping is headed. I was never a fan of sniping. I really wasn't. I think when you think about it, when you think about a sniper is a guy who's very far off the map. You know, he's covering his teammate, and that's fine if he's actually doing that. But ever since Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4, where they introduced quickscoping, which I have no problem with. I have no problem with the technique of quickscoping itself. I think it's an action of defense in close quarters. I think it's perfectly fine. But now that, you know, like phase and optic have come out, they're like influencing people to not do a sniping thing and just run out rushing with a sniper rifle. I think they're making too many snipers do that, and I don't hate it, but I think it's getting to the point where there's no real snipers anymore. I don't think you can really call them snipers. What do you think?
No, you can't. Oh, that's why most of them classify themselves as quickscopers, not snipers. Like, oh, I'm a quickscoper. Yeah.
I mean, I do understand that most people hate that guy who's on top of the mountain on Firestorm just sniping across the map, getting one kill and dying like 5 times. I know everyone hates that guy. But, you know, if he was actually doing work the way he was supposed to do, actually, like, have a SOFLAM next to him, lasing everything he saw, spotting every guy he saw, not exactly taking every shot, I think the term sniper would be a little bit more favorable. But since people look at those players like that in such a negative way, I think that's why people aren't doing it as much and just running out there like phase and optic people, just trying to quick scope and be aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah, but phase and optic, that's what they do. Like, they quick scope. That's their plan thing, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, now we're going to go on to vehicles. Now, Battlefield has always been a game about vehicles. I'm pretty sure for those who played Bad Company 2 in future and past Battlefield games realize how big a game that this is on vehicles. And it seems now as if they're catering towards the people who don't like vehicles. Now, they did release Close Quarters, which was basically an expansion pack that said, if you don't like vehicles and you want to have infantry, fast-paced combat, this is for you. And they released Armored Kill, which was, if you want vehicles, go play this. It seems that if more people are playing Close Quarters than they're actually playing Armored Kill, people just don't like them. Don't like vehicles. I think people are annoyed by them, they think they're unfair. I think they're perfectly fine.
They're underpowered. They're underpowered just for a little bit.
I mean, tanks I think tanks are fine, except for the fact that they recently nerfed the canister shot, giving that 2-second, 3-second delay before you could shoot the canister shot. I think it really hurt tanks with that. And we all know the helicopter thing. We talked about that in our first video we did. They removed the chopper's flares from the gunner's seat and made them very vulnerable to stingers, making stingers overpowered. And I don't use overpowered term a lot, but I think Stinger is very overpowered against helicopters because they've only got one countermeasure, and it seems as if, like I watched Matimio, as if helicopters are always in range of Stingers and they have no chance.
Well, that's when I brought up they should limit the amount of Stingers.
Or they should have not taken away the flares and just increased the reload time of the flares. I think that would have helped out a little bit too.
Oh no, they couldn't do that. They can't do that. Remember, we gotta go back to Cubs. It's because of the Call of Duty fans that the gunner lost their flares in the first place.
I think part of it is from that, because I think people from Call of Duty who came over remembered, like, helicopters and stuff only had one set of flares in Call of Duty. You shot a Stinger at a helicopter, you flared once, and he was vulnerable for the rest of the time out there. And they expected that in Battlefield, like, oh, he's only going to have a certain amount of flares. Now, realistically, yeah, it's true he's only going to have a certain amount of flares, but it's a video game, it's not based on realism. I mean, it's probably more realistic than any other game out there, I will admit that. Until you hit someone in the face with a slug and get a hit marker. Good old times. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're gonna talk, like, their flares and stuff. Like, we're talking about people that come over from Call of Duty. So, let's say, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. It was gonna be kind of important.
Okay. Well, the next thing we were gonna go on to, if you remember it, just cut me off and say it. The next thing I was gonna go on to was players' mindsets in games. I mean, we've obviously seen those squads where you go into the game and you're like, oh, I'm gonna run squad ammo today, and you spawn and all the 3 fucking people in that squad have squad ammo as well, and you're like, dude, okay, you all got squad ammo. When do you need to switch? And people are too stubborn to switch, and you end up being the one guy that switches, and everyone else still got squad ammo.
Yeah, that's why I always run squad frag, unless I'm an engineer. Then I run squad explosive.
Everyone else, you can always guarantee yourself that someone else in your squad's running squad ammo. The other thing I was going to talk about was about player mindset. Oh, you're going to say something?
What about when there's an assault and there's like 5 guys shooting at him and they decide, hey, I'm going to revive you because you're dead?
That's another thing that people don't like. But the last player mindset I was going to do is objective playing. Now, I think me and you were going to cover this in one of your videos, but I think we might as well go on and talk about this now. Is people just don't care about the objective anymore. You know, they just stay away from the objective. They're like, me capturing the objective will only prevent me from getting killed. So I'm just going to jump towards this guy over here and just go get killed only.
Unless you're our friend John, and that's all he cares about is capturing the objective.
Absolutely. John, if you're watching this, you're in our video now. You know, I really want players to, but like, if there's 3 people on a flag, and there's one guy out there, let one guy go get him, but try to stay on the flag and cap it. I think that would help out a lot. And I think we're just about to run out of time here, so thank you guys for tuning in. I think I go 50 and 15 in this Fast 12 gameplay. Thank you for coming on, Maniacal.
Yeah, no problem.
I will see you guys next time.